Hello, and welcome once again to Stone Soup.
The world according to Sci-Fi Geeks.
And today we're reviewing Battleship. We just finally got to see that one.
Yeah, we didn't get to see it when we were in the theater because stuff.
Yes,
Anyway, stuff happens around here sometimes. First off, it got ghastly reviews. And it
Yes.
bombed big time. Poor Taylor Kitsch. That was 2 in a row.
That's not going to be good for
We
his
loved
career.
John Carter, by the way. We think it's a great movie.
You may recall that from our review of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one, not so much.
Now, it was not as bad as we had been led to believe. It's just kind of shallow, is its
Yeah,
problem.
it had no depth. It wasn't good, but it wasn't awful.
No.
Which, when you're expecting, grade triple Z movie with big hunks of wood still floating around in it,
It's a really...
I didn't die in front of the screen. That's actually an improvement.
My eyes didn't melt.
But, yeah, well,
wasn't bad.
mine almost did. But anyway, it had Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad can it be?
And actually, some of the concepts were quite clever, I
Yeah,
thought.
it had some good stuff. It just didn't gel properly.
Yeah.
First off, just as an aside, Rihanna is an okay actress.
Yes.
Beats the heck out of Madonna.
Now
I
that
wish
that's a
she
very
would do
high
it with
bar.
a stick. But, I mean, that was
Naughty,
not nice.
naughty.
Better take that out. But anyway, it doesn't take much to be a better actress than Madonna. But she's a credible actress. She can develop and become a very, very good actress. It's obvious she can. You wanted to say something about the opening.
Oh, I personally feel like the opening that, before we're, full in the Navy and all that stuff's going down, I think that it could have been tightened up some. It felt kind of loose and messy to me. I can't quite explain how, it just did.
Yeah, it was long and drawn out. And
Exactly.
it felt clumsy.
Yeah.
There has been a complaint, as it were, in some of the reviews that there were no aliens in the game Battleship.
Which is true.
Well, how do you know? It's you against some other guys. You don't know who they are.
This is the point. And the thing is, they needed a reason that, for at least part of the time, we'd be shooting blind. Because after all, part of the game is, A12, miss, or, E4. Oh, you hit me. In a normal battle, you can see each other. You know
if
more or
you
less
hit.
who you're about to hit.
Yeah. And,
So they needed a
and
reason to shoot
unfortunately, in the
blind.
game, if you could see where the guy had set up all his ships, well, that
There
wouldn't
goes the
last
game.
very long, would it? That'd be a real boring game.
Of course, I've often felt that after you get hit, you should be able to move your ship, because in real life, you would if it wasn't too damaged.
Well, yeah,
But
you
that's
would.
me.
And that's what you do. If it wasn't too damaged, you move it as fast as you can.
Yes.
And if you can't move it this way, you'll swing it around. You'll do something.
Yeah.
Because just sitting
But-
there is kind of stupid and it'll get you like dead.
Exactly.
And if you don't get dead, if you're the captain and you don't get dead, oh, are you in deep trouble?
Oh, yeah.
Now,
No, Navy woman here. She knows of where she speaks.
very true.
No.
The ending actually gets to me. It makes me messed up.
Yes.
All of our current level battleships that were in the battle, were
Uh-huh.
in the arena and could join the battle,
Yes.
have been pretty much
Blub, blub,
Yeah.
blub, blub, blub.
had their butts kicked.
You sank my battleship.
You
Actually,
beast.
it's a battleship, the one thing
But
they had.
they're in Hawaii, where there are, among other things, the Missouri is in mothballs. And so they say, well, we got one more ship.
Yep.
And, it's like, but we don't even know how to run her.
Yeah, after all, she's
been-
really old.
Yeah, she's been sitting here doing nothing for like 30 or 40 years. We have no freaking idea how to run her.
The technology is completely different,
And up,
which is a reasonable complaint.
and up the gangplank come all of these old men in their uniforms who used to run this kind of a ship. And
As
that's
you can
just with
see,
what
it
it
gets
does
you.
to me. It's really effective for me. I don't know about
Yes.
you, but it
Of some,
just-
yes, not to her
just-
degree, but yes.
yeah.
But basically,
Yeah, I am that old. I mean, I would have been one of those guys, except in those days, women didn't serve on ships. And but even then,
Basically,
I'm
they
sitting
become the
here,
bulk of the
and
crew,
the
and they're
tears
telling
are
the
running
kids
down
what
my
to do.
face, and I'm wondering, wait, how did they know to show up? Because there's not one single scene where somebody runs out and hops in a car and says, I know where they are. Runs off to the VFW and says, guys, get into uniform.
I mean, now
Nothing.
the fight's been going on now for over a day. So
And
yes,
a
they know
half.
what's going on. Yeah, day and a half. So they know what's going on. They have to have some notion.
Yeah, but we
But-
didn't see so much as, some old guy in his kitchen, looking determined and heading for his closet to get his uniform.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It was also pointed out that the force field that's, covered up most of Hawaii is
Got to have that force field to, like she said, so you're actually firing blind.
yes. It has screwed up all the communication. So it's not like, they can
Yeah, they couldn't get on the
call
phone
each
and
other.
call. Somebody actually had to physically start running around from house to house.
And gathering the guys
Which
up.
would kind of mean it has to be the old guys themselves. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I say, the VFW, they know how to find each other,
Mm-hmm.
but you still have to do it.
And it just happens to be a coincidence that just as they're arriving to try and take that old ship out, there are the surviving youngsters going, how do we drive this thing? Hey, what are you
Yeah.
guys doing here?
Yeah, we're going to drive this thing. You tell us what you need done.
Yep.
But you won't die in front of the TV if you buy Battleship, but you have better things to do with 2 hours of your life.
But, if
If
you're
you
into,
don't have anything better to do with your life,
and if you
2
enjoy
hours,
slightly cheesy sci-fi, it's not a bad 2
flick.
hours.
then you could, make
One-
some popcorn and
one-
eat some chocolate.
Yeah. One other complaint I've heard, and I agree with, is that we never actually find out what the motives of the aliens
The
are.
aliens never have any real reality except as, bombs hitting our ships and sinking them.
Yeah.
We barely
You know-
even see, I don't think we see even one of them as a being. I mean,
Well, no.
we?
Remember, they take the helmet off one of them.
oh yeah, they ugly.
Yeah.
They're not as ugly as the Predator, but they are ugly.
As far as all we really know about them is that they seem to be humanoid reptiles. That's it.
And
It would be nice to know more about them. I mean, not a lot more, just given some notion of what it is they want. Whether or not there's a whole other fleet out there waiting for the signal.
which
Something.
could be like really bad,
Yeah.
because now they're
Yes.
going to be totally pissed off.
Yes.
They weren't necessarily pissed off before, just conquering, and now they're pissed.
And that's
Oh,
bad because they still have superior
terrific.
technology. And
But-
I actually thought it was kind of cute that their missiles looked like the pegs from the game. And they'd slam into the ship, pause for just a second, and then explode. I thought that
Okay.
was funny, but I'm weird.
Well, I thought it was funny too. There was one point where they shoot a whole raft of them, and I'm sitting there on the couch saying, "Not the pigs! No, not the pigs!" And dumbass here does something. I forget what you said, but it was probably funnier than me. And
I forget.
It was
If you're a Misty 3K fan, you can have fun with this movie. If you
Oh,
are
God,
Mike and the
yes.
Bots at heart, go for it.
yeah, you'll have more fun than if you aren't. But I mean, it's not awful.
I think it was something like "Curse you, pegs,"
Yeah,
something like that.
but she's right. I mean, they look just like. She was the one who pointed it out. She said, "Oh my God!" I think you. Or your
Yeah, it
brother
was me.
Said, "Oh my God, it's the pegs." It's like what? The pigs from the game.
Hey, I give them points for trying.
Oh yeah, somebody was incredibly clever.
Yes.
A little silly, but
Yo.
part of the problem was the background story is stupid and boring.
Yeah.
They wanted to make it the hero's journey. Give it up, people.
It's been done.
100
Either
million times.
either
This is
find a
not to say
different
it can't be done well. This wasn't it.
Yeah. And there has to be more than one version of the hero's journey. Just gotta find it.
Yeah. Anyway, so
But again, not as terrible as we were expecting.
Not
Still
as-
not good,
not as good as we were hoping.
but not that bad.
So, bye bye.
Bye bye.